What is going on, everybody? Grayson here from PokeProfit. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at some data that I think probably 99% of people don't actually know. We're going to be looking at some interesting sets from the Sun and Moon era, Sword and Shield era, and the Scarlet and Violet era, kind of tying the videos together from this week. And we're going to look at the top hit and its gem rate at PSA, some very interesting numbers. And then we're going to have a little bit of an extended discussion on Sword and Shield era and SV era because things are starting to rebound. But starting off, we will look at Burning Shadows quickly. The Charizard GX top hit. This is incredible to me. I did not expect it to be this low. The gem rate on this card, when you go to PSA, you can see here 832 tens in English. That's it. Not even 1,000 tens out of 6,337. That gives us an approximate hit rate of 13.13% if you want to try and get a 10. And I believe out of every set I brought up today, that is actually the lowest. So just mind-boggling, almost 10% for a PSA 10 for that Rainbow Charizard. After that, I did want to bring up Team Up, obviously. We're not going to go through every set. That'd be way too long, way too many tabs. But Team Up on TCG Player, by the way, over $10,000 now. I don't really know what's going on there. Apparently, recent sale from October 14th, $12,000. I guess it's kind of catching up at this point, but on eBay, this is like $8,500 all day long now. But the Latios top hit, if you want to see the rates here, 2,228 tens out of 5,326 total graded cards. That gives us a gem rate of 41.83%. And then finally, from the Sun and Moon era, at least the booster boxes, we're going to look at Cosmic Eclipse. Currently, it's the Arceus Dialga Palkia. I was actually thinking about doing this one, and this one, because a lot of the top tag team cards are probably worth looking at. But for now, I just stuck with the Arceus Dialga Palkia. If you come in here and look, 1,486 tens out of 3,977 total graded copies. That gives us a gem rate of 37.36%. And by the way, guys, this video isn't to try and push you in any sort of investing direction. I know some people like investing into high ticket cards that have very low gem rates. I know some people like investing into sealed products where the top hit has a very low gem rate. And I know some people like investing into products where the top 1, 5, and 10 values are extremely high. So there's tons of ways you can go about it. This video is just providing you the information, but we are going to look at a couple specialty sets from the Sun and Moon era. First up, Shining Legends. We're going to look at the Mewtwo GX. I'm sure you could have already seen the numbers if you were paying attention. 2,620 PSA 10s, 13,886 total population. If you come in here and look, that's an 18.87% gem rate through PSA, incredibly low. I think that the only cards that are actually lower than that are the Charizard, obviously, from Burning Shadows, and I think maybe the Magikarp. Maybe there's one more too from the SV era, but very low gem rate. And then finally, you can see here, Hidden Fates is going to be the last set we talk about. These ETBs sitting around $375 currently on TCG Player, but recent sales pushing back towards $400. The Charizard GX, this shiny card here, I think in a near mint copy, what are we pushing, like $550 at this point? And yeah, if you come in here and look, 8,896 tens out of 17,828 total graded, that gives us a gem rate of 49.9%. Now, we will move on to the Sword and Shield era, and then after this, we will move on to the SV era. I do want to have a little bit of an extended discussion on the Sword and Shield era, just because things are starting to move. But before we get into that, I did just want to jump in here and say, if you guys are enjoying the content, you're getting some value out of it, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, helps out a ton getting these videos pushed out to more people. And also, if you're looking to take your TCG investing more seriously, I have links to my consult calls in the top of the description if you're looking to win in 2026. Now, moving in to the Sword and Shield era, Chilling Reigns, the first box I wanted to bring up. This is a screaming buy, in my opinion, around $400. If you guys watched yesterday's video, if you're in the spreadsheet and you're looking at all the numbers, it seems obvious to me we're starting to see a shift in the Sword and Shield era. People are starting to pick up boxes again. And obviously next week will be telling when I do the update on the 24th. But if we have 2 or 3 weeks of consistent growth in the Sword and Shield era, that'll probably just cause more of a snowball effect. More of your favorite YouTubers will be making videos about it. Everyone will hop on the hype train again, and people will continue to buy up the boxes. I was going to say start buying up the boxes, but it seems like that is kind of already starting. So Chilling Reign, we will look at the Blaziken, do the exact same thing here. This is actually a fairly high gem rate card. If you want to come in here and look at the numbers, 6,066 PSA 10 and 9,080 total graded. That is approximately 66.81%. Second highest that we're going to look at today, behind only Evolving Skies and the Umbreon, which is everyone's favorite card, I guess, right? Crazy expensive, pushing $2,000 raw. If we go over to PSA and we look at the pop report, there are 19,344 PSA 10s. Total population is 27,197. If you do the math, that's approximately a 71.13% gem rate. I would expect over time this would come down a little bit as more people try and send off cards that might get a 9, but they're hoping it's going to get a 10. Same thing with maybe even some 8s. As those cards get more expensive, people will probably take that risk. That is just my guess. I could be absolutely wrong about that. But also just considering the total population report, I don't think this is ever going to be anywhere near like 50 or even 60%. It's probably only going to adjust a couple percentage points in the future. Moving on to Fusion Strike, which again, I think is a decent buy right now. The Gengar VMAX up top. This is a PSA 10 count of 12,958, total PSA pop of 23,380. I believe if I did my math correctly, that's about a 55.4% gem rate. Moving on to Brilliant Stars, we don't want to skip over this one. Holding really strong around $500 in recent sales on TCG Player. We're actually starting to push into the low 500s actually fairly consistently. It was in like that 490 range there for a while. I haven't checked eBay what lowest listed is, but I wouldn't be surprised if anything sub $500 sells over the next couple weeks. But the Charizard V is the top hit here. It's only about a couple $100 raw. If we go to the near mint sales here, sitting around 240. When you come in here and look though, PSA 10 pop 14,851, total population 28,807. So it's right around 50%, 51.55. We will skip over Astral Radiance. I don't think the Machamp is super interesting, but you can see here Giratina 42.59% gem rate. This is another booster box that I think people will be interested in the future. And obviously Giratina is a fairly popular Pokemon and it's done by Shinji Kanda. So a lot of good things going for the Giratina. And the pop report isn't as high as some of these other cards. 8,891 tens, 20,876 total pop is a little bit higher, but in terms of the PSA 10, it's definitely doing better than something like the Umbreon. And then finally the Lugia from Silver Tempest, 56.6% gem rate. If we can find Silver Tempest over here. The boxes are kind of surprising though. I did want to point this out. Sitting around $410 on TCG Player. If you come in here and look at recent sales though, 2 sales today at $380. Sure, you had some up to around $440, but you can still find deals on Silver Tempest. I would probably still buy Chilling at $400 over Silver Tempest at $400. I know some people would disagree with that, but the point I'm trying to drive home is that if you can find this box for around $375, $380, it's probably a decent buy as well, especially considering a lot of the other alternate art sets are starting to slowly tick up again. So that is Silver Tempest. If you guys are curious about the numbers, 22,440 PSA 10s, 39,650 total pop. I think that is the highest that we're going to see from the Sword and Shield era at least. And then finally, Crown Zenith. These ETBs moving up slightly again, sitting around $210 now. Giratina V-Star, still the top hit, around 190, 195 raw. If we come in here, 21,229 PSA 10s, 37,959 total population. Is that actually higher now that I think about it? No, it's slightly lower than the Silver Tempest one, but still a very high population card in my opinion. And you can see here, 55.93% for that PSA 10 gem rate. We will scroll up And now we can finally transition into the SV era. Starting off, we will take a look at Paldea Evolved and a couple more booster boxes. These are back over $400 for the most part, based on recent sales, are right there at like $399, $400. The Magikarp, I'm sure a lot of people know this does have a lower gem rate. I don't think a lot of people could name many SV era cards lower than that. 3,769 tens, 21,452 total population. That's 17.57% gem rate. And after that, we should take a look at the Greninja EX. Definitely not my favorite investment is Twilight Masquerade. I have a little bit of it. I think it's a solid booster box, but it's definitely not A or S tier. If you come in here, 8,539 PSA 10s, 18,053 total population. Just a side note too, I really hope in the future PSA adds like a percentage so you can tell what the gem rate is. I just think that that would be a fairly useful feature, but maybe it's just not worth it for them to do. Either way, when we look at the Greninja, 47.3% gem rate, that puts it somewhere near the middle of the pack. Now, Destined Rivals, we will wait on a second. Surging Sparks up first. The Pikachu EX, I know a lot of people don't like this card, they hate on it, whatever. The reality is it has a fairly low gem rate. If we come in here and look, 7,252 tens, 21,624 total population. That gives us approximately 33.54% for the PSA 10. And then after that, Destined Rivals, obviously the best booster box from the SV era. The Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, still the top hit, sitting around, what, $500 in Indian Ring copy still? Maybe going for a little bit less. Actually down to $400. So sorry, I haven't checked this in a while. Very surprising, down to around $400. I imagine when more Destined Rivals hits the market, it'll continue moving downwards. But for now, there are 6,708 PSA 10s, 12,228 total population, which is approximately 54.86%. And what would be the SV era without a couple specialty sets? Paldean Fates, this is starting to move up again. The ETB is going for around 260 all day on TCG Player. The Bubble Mew, still the top hit, very popular card from the SV era. 14,693 tens, 39,747 total population, which is 36.97% in terms of gem rate. Fairly high there. Prismatic Evolutions continuing to get restocks at every single store in America. The Umbreon EX, still the top hit here. I believe it's still around $1,000. Let's come in here and check. Yeah, recent sales in the 1,000, 1,050 range. Part of that probably has to do with the low gem rate on this card. The SIR here, 3,818 and a total population of 11,780. That is approximately 32.41%, which outside the Magikarp is the lowest gem rate card that we're looking at today from the SV era. And then finally, we have Black Bolt, which currently the top hit is actually the Zekrom EX. For the longest time, it was the Victini. These have now flip-flopped by just a couple of dollars, so not too much, but sitting around $400, $420 based on recent sales. The PSA 10 count here is 2,910. Total count is 5,471. That's approximate gem rate of 53.19%. So there you guys go. That's really all I wanted to get to in this video. Again, this isn't to try and influence your buying decisions. There are tons of different theories about investing in the top cards and even the sealed products. This also isn't something I currently have in the spreadsheet, but if a lot of people in there would be interested, maybe it's something I could do once a year, updating the gem rates. Also, shameless plug to end the video, if you guys are shopping on eBay, TCG Player, Hobbiesville, I do have affiliate links down below. They're free and easy to use. All you have to do is click on the link before you do your shopping. I'll get a small percentage of that sale at no extra cost to you, so it's a free and easy way to support the channel. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.